It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm thinking of making this episode a little bit longer because one of my friends from YouTube, Dice Decides, said that I'm not even halfway done with it. So we're gonna make this episode just a little bit longer. And we're already diving right into it apparently. Where I say, huh? Is everything okay?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine. See?
Sayyyyy shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everybody.
Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at sayyyyy before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about sayyyyy. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Hipster, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with sayyyyy lately? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into things a little too much, but she seemed a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say that I noticed anything about her. Monika peers around the room at sayyyyy, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down at her desk. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to know if there was anything I could do. I'll drop it for now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of the club members, you know? Yes, guidance counselor, we all know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? I am not at fault for the crime at hand. What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, hipster. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but sayyyyy talks about you more than anything else, you know? Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light has been lit inside of her. What? No way. Sayyyyy is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for right now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from the desk and walks across the room where sayyyyy is sitting. Where sayyyyy is sitting? No, darn tootin', she's sitting somewhere. No, sayyyyy, she's sitting. I watch her kneel down next to sayyyyy and gently talk to her while she's sitting. But she keeps her voice so quiet that I can't hear from her. Yet lean in a little bit more with your other ear. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? It feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everyone is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika. She smiles at me. I wonder what she's talking about with sayyyyy. Okay, so why don't we let's read Monika's first. Maybe she'll tell us what's going on with sayyyyy. Hi, hipster. Have you thought about what you want to submit for the poem at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Not at all. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poem and sayyyyy's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. And then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. So she's such a guidance counselor, my goodness. That reminds me about how sayyyy's been off a little lately. I wanted to know, and now I think I'm gonna know, you know? Yeah, did she tell you something? Well, hipster, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Continue. Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright, just making sure. I know how much you care about her. That's just like me, you know, to flirt with my best friends. Actually, it's true. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayyyy's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, okay? Yeah, thanks for telling me that sweet piece of information there, bud. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the true lit sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Do you want to say fall a little bit more, please? Gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. But wait a second, so you're a feather, but you have a brain and a capability to think? I mean, you need to go on Ripley's Believe It or Not, honey. Before I could speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it's kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. We all had the answers when the world started to lose its meaning. You know, there's one thing I had noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. It's the way of human nature. We all write about things that we're sad about more than happy about, because if everything were happy, we would only have that one bias. We have the bias of being happy so that we have something contrapositive to look at in a way, I guess. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Thanks, Monica. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. If you're ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not good, it can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. Yeah, like whenever I first started doing videos and I would edit them for like 3 hours in the very beginning and I got like no response to it. Now I do videos that are like, I take 15 minutes to edit and I get like 50 views on it. Time, progress, effort, money, all put into it. It works. It helps people. If you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, so why don't we read Natsuki's next? This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly glad that you're trying a little bit. I'm trying here, Natsuki, I'm trying. It's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's... It's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. She's totally flirting. Just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. That's a kind of the point? I wasn't trying to be Italian. That's not the kind of the point. Just really watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. You'll be my what?
A beach?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Bitch?
Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonders over the years. But today, I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand, wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Leave your memories in a footprints and trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. It totally isn't about her and hipster dude person. Be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you left long ago. It kind of sounds like a song all of a sudden. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Oh, that's kind of sweet. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. Sand. Sand in the shoes. Sand in the purse. Sand in the hair. Sand up my nose. Do I need to say anything else? Sand in my glasses. Sand in my bag. Sand in my face. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. Sure you don't. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was a good practice. Okay, calm down there, Nancy. Alright, let's do Yuri's next. Well done, hipster. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of this few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun than rewarding I anticipated. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. I guess I'm doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, hipster? Huh? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, and even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe that most importantly, it's exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Huh? Oh, why me? Well, you're always so sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Huh? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. It just means that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry. I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Beach.
Beach?
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 Beach.
Beach?
Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface, under the clear blue sky, beneath gray sailing clouds, an endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in, is one where everything can be found. One can only build sandcastles where the sand is wet. Where the sand is wet, the tides come. Will it gently lick at your foundation? I stand where the phone wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. Salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate bounding line, tempted by the foaming trendles. Turn back and I abandon my peace. Drift forward and I return to the earth forevermore. Oh, that's sweet. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted to write about the same topic again. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have particular interest in her writing style. I just went with the request. But, well, I suppose it's not too bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? Like a good practice. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing.
This is your best one so far. It's because it's about you. It's really, really nice, hipster.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Yuri, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright?
Huh? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today.
Do you want a nap or something?
No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face.
Well, alright.
Hey, hipster, I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki. But in the end...
Yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this the most.
Why? So with everyone else?
Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Yuri. I know that you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. but we have a wavelength or something. And this is how our poem came out. This is how my poem came out, not your poem. I haven't read your poem yet. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. Oh, that's so sweet. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayyyyy. Oh, that's so cute.
I don't deserve this. You're so nice to me. Aw, man. Happy again. Why are you doing this?
Sayyyyy has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden.
If you have fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier.
Sayyyyy. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayyyyy, I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayyyyy shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile.
It's nothing, hipster. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? It's all that matters. Go play with everyone else.
Oh god, that's depression. That is pure depression.
I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayyyyy cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe? Look, the only difference is that Yuri isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sayyyyy always helps lighten the mood a little bit. It's always like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. Actually, she wasn't feeling well and she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously. Of all the times not to go home with her, you pick the time when she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayyyyy. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. Ding! As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all of the poetry pamphlets. Sayyyyy will be helping me design them. As for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Stop kissing ass. I guess I never gave Sayyyyy enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk to focus and starts nodding to herself. Mine is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, hipster. The one who is truly useless. Okay, so we have to pick. I would go with Sayyyyy, but I know she's helping Monica, so why don't we go with Natsuki, because I feel like we still need to get to know her a little bit more in the story. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun, and you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people. Don't worry, baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Just a minute ago you were saying that's because... Never mind, okay? Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Of course, I'm used to it after all. Oh, Miss Pity Party Pants. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other. Where do you think you're going? Huh? We still need to figure out our plans for the weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Geez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Oh, why would I do that? Natsuki gives me her number. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming over to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, just figured that since I'm the one helping, I'd be doing it at your house. Yeah, right. Well, like I could have a guy over my house. That would kill a whole. It's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? We have each other's numbers now. That's all I need from you. I guess I'll text you whenever I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof, even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening outside the school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Ah, that's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna save here and we're gonna pick it up in the next episode. If you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below because I make videos every damn day. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. I can tell things are gonna get pretty intense. Casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.